Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Lou, and this is Metal Lens Reviews. Welcome to my channel. So, if this happens to be your first time here, you're checking it out, you like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys more content to watch. Alright, so what are we doing here? I'm going to do some movie reviews. 5. I haven't watched a movie in a while, so I was like, let me just watch a whole bunch in one shot, and they're all pretty fucked up. Okay, so except for one, I could probably recommend you guys, probably the safest movie out of the bunch, and that's saying a lot, because a lot of these were just like off the fucking wall. I don't know why I chose these films. It was very random, but I did it for you guys. So there's a lot, so I'm going to go through with it. I'm not going to go into detail who the, cinematographer was. I'm just going to tell you the director, what it's about, and what I thought of it. So first one, Little Bites. It came out actually fairly recently. I did a short stint in the theater and went right to Shudder. So if you have AMC Plus, you can watch it right now. Now, Little Bites, directed by Spider-One. Who the hell is Spider-One? Spider-One happens to be the singer of Power Man 5000. So if you know that band, it was the singer. And he's also the brother of Rob Zombie, so how cool. So Little Bites basically is about this mother who is protecting her daughter by harvesting this demon that's in a room in her house. And to keep him at bay, he lets her, she lets this demon eat her, like take little bites out of her. That's hence the title, Little Bites. And he just has her in this fucking spell, this lock. No matter what she does, he keeps talking her down. Like, you can't run away, you can't hide your daughter. I'm gonna get her, because you're gonna eventually say this is enough. And you can tell she's already like thrown. She can't take this. Literally, you see it. He takes little bites out of her, and she's fucking had enough. So she comes up with this plan. And there's a lot of, not a lot. So there's two horror veterans here. Barbara Crampton from Reanimator, and a lot of, just look her up. She's pretty big in the horror universe. Heather Levenkamp, Nancy from the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Awesome. Yeah, it was a good movie, really well done. I think Spider-One, the director, I think because I've seen something he's done before. He's good. He's not like his brother, but he definitely is crafting his own horror universe, and I like it. And I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. Alright, so the next one, Bloodshock. These weren't in order, by the way, so I'm just telling you like it is. So Bloodshock is, I don't want to say 90s, maybe, I think, early 2000s. It's part of the American Guinea Pig series. So Guinea Pig, if you're wondering what the hell that is, that's I think a late 80s, early 90s series of Japanese exploitation films that were really off the wall. Just think of like your worst case scenario. One of them involved a Japanese man in Japan finding a mermaid in the sewer, bringing it to his apartment, and instead of releasing this mermaid into the wild, she just rots in this guy's tub. Alright, so American Guinea Pig tried to emulate that exploitation, that violence, that, just grittiness. And I don't know, I can't judge all the American Guinea Pig films. You should probably do that on your own. But this one I saw was pretty fucked up. So it had a slow start. So basically it's about this guy. There's not really a kind of a track, kind of a plot to go on. It's this guy, elderly gentleman, who just is tortured, and they collect his blood. So they torture him, they pull out a tooth, scrape his skin off, whatever, and they collect his blood. So every time he gets shocked, they collect his blood, and it's like a drug, pretty much. The endorphins, I guess, dopamine, that gets released in your system when you're being tortured. I don't know. So so in between all this, he's contact with someone in the cell next to him. She's like slipping him letters like, hey, hang on, I love you, yada yada. They eventually meet up at some point, and it's this weird, because at this point they're all fucking missing limbs, they're cut up, and it's like a blood orgy. I'm not even lying. It's just two people damaged that just have sex. That's it. There's torture and a sex scene at the end with a lot of blood and gore. It was graphic as shit. No plot. But yeah, exploitive, definitely. If that's up your alley, you could watch it. I think it's on Tubi or one of the. It's free to stream. Except for Little Bites, like you need Shudder to watch that. The next one, Flowers. So Flowers, I heard about from another movie. So Flowers, Flowers. So Flowers is a 2015 release. It's a surreal art house horror film, graphic, violent. And I know one of the actresses that play it. I came across her at some point, a friend of a friend, and I looked at the cast. I was like, holy shit, I know this lady. So mind blown. So I had to watch it. So Flowers is pretty much. Actually, let me go back real quick. So prior to this, Bloodshot. So Bloodshot was directed by Marcus Kutch, and that's like I said. Once again, that's up to you. Flowers 2015 is directed by Phil Stevens. I had to stream this because I couldn't find it on anywhere. So anyway, it's these dead women that were victims of a serial killer wake up in the basement parts of this house, and they are all compelled to meet at this, I guess, like a living room, but they see cracks in the walls, and they're basically viewing their life up until the point where they were murdered. So all the fucked up shit that they did, they're reliving through fragments, cracks in the house. They'll see themselves, or images that they think. It's really, it's low budget, but there's a charm to it. It's surreal. There's not much dialogue at all, I think. It's just really bizarre. One scene's really fucked up. This guy disembowels someone, and he uses their guts to as a lubricant. That's all I'm going to say. So other than that, no plot. They all meet up at this living room, and that's it. I can't even really go into it further because that's just the plot of the movie. That's it. Bunch of dead women wake up in the basement of a house. They're still dead, and they're reliving their nightmarish encounters with this serial killer. That's the plot. Flowers 2015. Check it out. This next one, I'm going to butcher the shit out of this name. So it's a Canadian film, and it's directed by Eric Faladiru, and it's called Thanatophorus, which means to decay. And basically, it's a story of this artsy-fartsy lady and her super abusive boyfriend. She gets super depressed. She gets obsessive with creating this clay statue, and we see her rot throughout the film. So she gets so depressed, so lifeless in personality, she literally rots. She wakes up with bruises, and every day gets progressively worse. Now there's a lot of, not I'm going to say too much violence or too much dialogue. It's really hammy. You can tell it's a super low budget, and it's Canadian, so it's just really off-kilter film. You could stream this too. You could just type in the name and follow the breadcrumbs. But that's the plot. It's this depressive woman who literally decays in front of us every scene of the film. And I will say this: the effects were awesome, spot on. That part definitely gets like an A+. Other than that, don't expect a lot from the film. It's long. No, not long. It just, the scenes kind of drag out. And like I said, there's not really a plot. I don't know what the purpose was. It's an artsy film, But yeah, she just decays, She has these fucking vivid dreams. She performs sexual acts on her boyfriend and another individual. And she rots, pretty much. Yep, Thanatophorus. That's the best I could get from that. But that's another one. I'll leave all the links too down below if you want to check them out. So let's see. Bloodshot, Little Bites, Flowers, Thanatophorus, and this is the kicker, August Underground. So this one was directed by a gentleman named Fred Vogel, who does these films that I think under the same title, August Underground. So they're so basically there's like these super exploitation films, super violent. They want to be realistic. Like this one in particular, August Underground, that's the title. That's another one I looked up. I just, if you have like Fire TV or whatever you use for a streaming service, I'm sure you could probably track it down. But warning, one I don't recommend. It's shoddy, like I said. It's very amateur. It's that shaky cam, found footage style. And it's about two serial killers who were best friends, who travel between Pennsylvania and Jersey, just kidnapping people, men and women, and torturing them in their basement. And they do some really exploitive shit involving shit and violence and dismemberment and rape. And it's a really graphic film. That's its purpose. It ends on a what the fuck kind of moment. What's next? And there's sequels to these films too. August Underground Presents. So Fred Vogel, these are the kind of movies he does. He's noted for. Like I said, I think his brand is called August Underground. It just happens to be this film is called that. Watch it if you want. If you like exploitation movies that kind of push buttons, or you just like grindhousey kind of films, found footage stuff, this is it. But like I said, this isn't a walk in the park. There's no resolution in this. There's not much of a plot either. It's just two best friends that are demented that go on a killing spree, and somehow they get away with it. And there you have it, my friends. Those were the films. The only one I could truly recommend that's really well crafted is Little Bites from Spider One. And like I said, that one you could stream on AMC, Shudder. Other than that, the rest of them, they're grindhousey, tough as nails, brutal, disgusting films, and watch them at your own risk. I watch them because, honestly, I miss it. I do, to some extent. A lot of the movies today, aside from Terrifier, I think take risks. I mean, they don't take risks, but they're cautious sometimes, or they don't want to offend people. But now I'm kind of seeing, especially in the independent film crew, they're trying to push that indie film group of people. They're really trying to bring it back. So hopefully, the way things are going today, we see a resurgence. Now, not necessarily uber violent, but tasteful, and not even tasteful. Just not playing it safe. We don't need abundance of them because we have these films already. But it's refreshing to see a movie that pushes buttons and is unforgiving. Because what is film without the risk? You know what I mean? And that's all I got to say. Those, like I said, watch them at your own risk. Little Bites is the one I said before that I recommend. The rest, totally up to you guys. But there you have it. Those are 5 films I watched recently, and if you want to check them out, be my guest. I'll leave a link down below. And the majority of them, like I said, aside from Little Bites, which is on AMC+, you got to stream them. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. If you made this far in a video, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you feel like supporting the channel or throwing me a recommendation, I'll leave a link down below. Buy me a coffee. You could do it through that. Other than that, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.